Hi everyone, and welcome to the Micro E-Learning Program from the Global Parkinson's Genetics Program and the Aligning Science Across Parkinson's. My name is Saisha Dindial, and I'm a neurologist at the University of the Witwatersrand, Johannesburg. Today I will provide an overview of clinical trials in Parkinson's disease. In this video, we will cover definitions, summarize current clinical trials, review recently approved drugs, and briefly discuss topical issues and future directions. A clinical trial is a prospective study involving human participants designed to determine whether an intervention is safe and effective. The intervention may involve a drug, device, surgical procedure, or behavioral modification, and it may serve diagnostic, preventative, or therapeutic purposes. Clinical trials are the means by which new treatments are tested. New treatments, especially disease-modifying treatments, represent the ultimate goal of all Parkinson's disease research. Clinical trials can therefore be considered a measure of our understanding of Parkinson's disease pathogenesis. Genetic studies of Parkinson's disease have provided many insights into its pathogenesis, which are reflected in current clinical trials. Notably, in 2021, more than 60% of new drugs approved by the FDA were supported by genetic evidence. Clinical trials can be found on the following publicly accessible databases: clinicaltrials.gov, the WHO International Clinical Trials Registry Platform, the ISRCNT Registry, the EU Clinical Trials Register, and the Pan-African Clinical Trials Register. Before a drug is approved by a regulatory body for widespread use, clinical trials are conducted in different phases following a highly regulated process. The average time from drug discovery to approval is around 10 years, with many drugs failing to reach Phase 3. Phase 1 primarily evaluates safety and side effects in a small group of people, which may include healthy volunteers. The aim is to determine a safe dose range. Phase 2 is an exploratory trial conducted with a larger group of people with the disease. It may be a single-arm study. The aim is to further evaluate safety as well as effectiveness. Phase 3 is typically a randomized control trial involving large numbers of participants to confirm efficacy, monitor safety and side effects, and compare the intervention to standard care or placebo. If a drug is found to be safe and effective after Phase 3, the evidence is reviewed by a regulatory body, such as the US Food and Drug Administration or the European Medicines Agency, which decides on approval for widespread use. Phase 4, also known as post-marketing surveillance, involves ongoing research, especially monitoring long-term effects after regulatory approval. Current clinical trials in Parkinson's disease can be divided into two main categories: diagnostic and therapeutic. Diagnostic trials primarily focus on studying compounds for imaging techniques as well as wearable devices that improve Parkinson's detection compared to clinical examination. Therapeutic trials include interventions such as drugs, devices like deep brain stimulation, surgical techniques, and lifestyle or behavioral modifications such as exercise therapy. Drugs in therapeutic trials can be either novel, those that are not yet approved for any indication, or existing compounds. Existing compounds fall into three categories. Repurposed drugs are medications already approved for other diseases but are being evaluated for Parkinson's disease, such as anti-diabetic drugs like GLP-1 receptor blockers. Reformulated compounds are existing Parkinson's drugs delivered differently, such as inhaled levodopa. Drugs with a new claim are medications already approved for Parkinson's but are now being tested for additional Parkinson's disease symptoms, such as rasagiline for falls. Therapeutic trials can be classified into disease-modifying or symptomatic therapies and grouped according to their mechanism of action. Strategies include preventing alpha-synuclein aggregation, growth factor delivery, microbiome modification, LRRK2 kinase inhibition, glucagon-like peptide-1 receptor blockade, enhancing glucocerebrosidase activity, improving mitochondrial function, cell transplantation, reducing oxidative stress, and reducing inflammation. Symptomatic therapies are mainly divided into dopaminergic and non-dopaminergic targets. Most efforts currently focus on motor fluctuations and levodopa-induced dyskinesia, although a wide range of symptoms is represented in ongoing trials. This figure, showing active clinical trials listed on clinicaltrials.gov as of January 2024, illustrates a robust drug development pipeline with a wide variety of approaches under development. Advances have mainly been made in symptomatic therapy, with recent approvals for reformulations of levodopa. Adenosine A2A receptor antagonists are the only non-dopaminergic drugs approved in the last 20 years. Even though the drug development pipeline is robust, the disease-modifying pipeline for Parkinson's disease has been referred to as the valley of death due to lack of success. Some of the most promising therapies, such as monoclonal antibodies directed at alpha-synuclein, have failed to demonstrate efficacy. While some have questioned the study design, others call for paradigm shifts in our understanding of disease pathogenesis. Issues and questions raised include that animal preclinical models poorly represent human Parkinson's disease. Clinical trials take a long time and involve a large number of participants. Are there ways to make the process more efficient? Parkinson's disease is likely composed of different etiological subtypes. Despite this heterogeneity, however, patients are still trialed and treated as one group. Are interventions being made too late? There is a need for biomarkers of disease progression. And what is the role of alpha-synuclein? So to recap, clinical trials may be considered a measure of our understanding of disease pathogenesis. Genetic studies have provided insights into disease pathogenesis, which are reflected in current clinical trials. Constant review of clinical trials is therefore imperative. Clinical trials are crucial to everyone in the Parkinson's disease community, especially patients who look to the horizon for future treatments. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the module.